Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Comic Books NYC. You're watching Original Art Hour. This is the show where we sit down with other original art collectors, share some art, tell a few stories, and talk about the art side of the comic book collecting hobby. Joining me this week is our first, overseas guest. It's Sunday night for me, but it's Saturday night for me, but it's Sunday afternoon for him. We got Mad Spidey. What's up, my friend? How you doing?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good to see you, man. Thanks again for hopping on here. So, quickly for anybody who's not aware, Mad Spidey, he's on Instagram. He's the link to his Instagram is below. I think I got linked up with him through a fellow community member, Simon from Simple Simon, who is a fellow Australian mate, if you will. I probably used that wrong.
Yeah.
Got it? Okay, cool. And he's a tremendous community member, great channel. So shout out to Simple Simon, and thank you for making the introduction, or at least making Simon Mad Spidey aware of my show, and then had a dialogue from there, which was great. And now it's come full circle, and you're on the show. So welcome, and thanks for being part of it. And we have a little cool art club for everybody who's been on the show, and we talk about art and share our pickups and stuff. And it's been a blast sort of developing that with everybody that's been on the show. So welcome, and I'm looking forward to seeing some of your art, man.
Beautiful. No, thank you for having me. No, it should be fun.
Word. All right, so let's get into the chat, see who's hanging out, and then we'll let Mad Spidey sort of introduce himself a little bit, give his background or origin story when it comes to art or comics. We had Unruly Simeon, last week's guest, in here. What's up, brother? Great show last Saturday night with Unruly Simeon. If you guys missed that, catch that on the rewind. It is available now. We got Jag in the house. What's up, Jag? We got Magic Lasso. What's going on? He's always in the chat for Original Art Hour. One of my best buds here in the community, George Dion Comics, also a member of the art show. Welcome. Good to see you, man. By the way, we didn't have a ton of time backstage, but if any of your Spider-Man related art collection lean towards Ben Reilly, this is your guy to talk to right here, because he's obsessed with Scarlet Spider, and he's actively looking for more Ben Reilly or Scarlet Spider related art. I don't know how that fits into your collection. We can get into it in a bit. But just
what I've brought anyway.
Okay, just an FYI. All right, JP's Budget Collecting is here. What's up, brother? Yes, thank you. This is going to be a great episode. It should be a lot of fun. Unruly's trying to read Paper Girls. He's multitasking. Or maybe that was before the show. We got Simple Simon in the house. We just talked about you. Thanks, brother. Good to see you. And I do appreciate you sort of connecting the dots here with this one a little bit, with your buddy here now on the show. Who else is in here? We got BTC Moon Guy in the house. Good to see you, BTC. We got Vancouver Comic Junkie. What's up, Vancouver? Sean Richards, my buddy Sean. Good to see you, man. Hope you and Miriam are doing well. Happy holidays. Get ready for the fire. Yes, hopefully. It'll all be on this direction tonight. I don't have any new art to show tonight, guys. I might pull into the archives a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see how the night goes. Barbarian Kung Fu Chad, what's going on, man? Always good to see you in the house. Appreciate you stopping in here. Yeah, he's like, hand over the Ben Reilly immediately. All right, well, thank you everybody for hanging out. It's a super busy Saturday night on YouTube, the new most popular day and time to do a live stream in our community is Saturday. So appreciate everybody in here. We'll keep saying hello to the late stragglers as they arrive. And for anybody watching on the rewind, thank you for that. We get a lot of rewind watching on this show. Please hit that thumbs up button if you can. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. We're up to 950 something subscribers, on the way to 1,000 here. So thank you everybody for the support. So all right, let's get into it. Mad Spidey, what is up Glad to have you here. How did you get into all this stuff? Where did you begin your story when it comes to comic books, and then more specifically out beyond that, art?
Yeah, well, it was pretty much, the same as everybody else. When you're a kid, you buy comics, with your pocket money or whatever sort of thing. And I sort of was in and out of, quite a while. Like I actually left comics for probably, 10 years maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Actually got back into it probably in the last 10 to 12 years, maybe a little bit longer. Art side of things, it was actually a friend of mine who I met, strangely enough, through eBay, and became really good mates and that. And I saw his house is like a museum. He has got everything and anything, and he had a lot of art. And I had a look through his sort of thing, and he's like, "Don't take this road; it's a very slippery slope."
And whoever that friend is, he's a wise man.
Yeah,
he's very smart.
Yeah, he was. He's like, "Don't do
and,
it."
And lucky, based on what you're
one here and there, and then what, 8-9 years later, yeah, I'm always broke.
I can imagine. Yeah.
So, but for those sort of that don't know, that I'm from Melbourne in Australia. Same as Simple Simon. Actually known him for probably about 20 odd years, but we lost touch for a long time and things like that. People move apart. Just rekindled sort of the friendship and things in the last year or two, and
awesome.
Yeah, now he's stuck me on this bloody YouTube thing now.
Yeah, next thing you know, you'll have a channel, man.
No, he said that. He's like, "Oh, why don't you get a channel?" I got a few mates from work and things like that. They go, "Oh, I get a channel." I'm like, "No, I can't do it."
I've been there, but you never know.
But he's the same thing, and now he's got over 500 subscribers. So, and he's got a bloody good channel. So,
yes. If you're not subbed up to Simple Simon, definitely worth your time. So I definitely recommend you do that. Barbarian Kung Fu saying budget original art is few and far between. I mean, yes and no. You know what I mean? Like I think I have a slightly different take on that. There's always going to be some sort of budget original art because there's always going to be a crop of newer artists. Now, less and less of those newer artists are making original pieces in the same medium as the ones that we're all big fans of. Yeah. From back in the day up until through the modern guys that still use pen and ink or whatever, or some sort of form of original art. Whether they do commissions, separately from, maybe there's digital artists that would still do real commissions, things like that. So I think there's still opportunities there, but the grail pieces or the marquee pieces or the big names, it's a little too late, frankly, for a lot of those. Yeah.
I missed the boat. Like I've had a look back at like all the people because we have like no conventions compared to you guys.
Right.
Like we have two main companies that do it. One, and obviously in Melbourne, we only get 2 shows a year. So, and we might get maybe 2 or 3 international artists or creators or whichever. So our thing out here is very, very limited.
Right, and we were kind of chatting about it backstage. You're primarily having to buy from what's overseas for you. From a seller front, you're buying from a lot of people from the United States, Canada, etc. Right? So yeah,
and that's like, as I was saying, that's the hardest thing because it's like the currency conversion can be really short. Like it's been up and down ever since I started. Like like for you guys, you might buy a page for $200 US. That's going to cost me, with shipping, cost me double that. So. Yeah, that's the hard thing because I'm on a very sort of meager sort of budget. I don't get paid big bucks or anything like that, like a lot of guys in this hobby. It is, you got to be very picky and choosy with when you do. Like when COVID hit, and like I could have jumped on 20, 30 commission lists from guys that had no work, but I had no money either.
Yeah, timing's everything, honestly.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Well, we're about 10 minutes in here, so I think it's about that time, man. Let's start sharing some artwork. Let's see some of your pieces, and I'll pull out some artwork if we need to. But let's let you kick things off here with however you want to start things. Want to share?
Well, yeah, as I said, I'm not. I don't get a lot of pieces a lot of the time. Like I only have like maybe one or two sort of turn up every couple of months,
Right.
if that. And
Well,
I have
some people's frequency is even less than that. Some people's frequency is more. It's just like there's collectors are kind of all over the place, you know.
Yeah, that's right. Depending on your budget and who you want to go for and things like that. And like with a lot of you guys collect sort of more covers and pages, which I only have about 2 pages.
Right. You're bigger on the commissions and stuff.
I'm bigger on the commissions, yeah, which can be just as expensive as doing the the pages and things like that. Like, I'd love to buy some, my ideal thing would be to buy some, Ditko or Ramita, Spidey pages.
Well, I haven't gotten there yet either, my friend, and I don't think I ever will.
That'll never happen. Unless I win the lotto, it's not going to happen.
Like, I think, not to derail this even further before we start getting artwork, but, like, I think I had some sort of, I guess, realization that if I ever really wanted to go after something of that stature or, budget range, it would literally require me to sell my entire comic book collection and potentially my entire art collection. You know what I mean? So it would be
how bad it is.
Right.
Really.
So like a Ditko, exactly. Yeah. So like a Ditko Spider-Man, not just any Ditko or whatever. Yeah. So it would literally be putting me in such a corner where it's like it's either this or your entire collection. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the choice. And it would be hard for me to just walk away from my whole collection for one piece or one book.
Especially, all the years you've been collecting, surrounding,
exactly.
finding, waiting in line.
More than half the fun is the journey, like the hunt or the journey or whatever you want to call it. But hey, you never know, but when it comes to guys like Ramita Sr. and Ditko on published Spider-Man, it's only going up. So let's say 20 years from now, that's at least my current opinion on it, is that it's only going up. So it's kind of been written out of an option for most people. So and that's just where we are. But hey, man, let's get to the sharing. Share. We'll start wherever you want. What's going on?
As I said, like I'm not going to show like recent sort of stuff. Well, I have got one recent piece because that's about the only piece.
Share whatever you want, man. It's your hour.
I'll actually show my first ever at-home commission that I got.
Okay.
Hopefully the lighting's all right.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's by Tom Grummett. So that was actually done in 2012, I think. So that was my first ever at-home commission.
That's Tom Grummett. Wow, I love it, dude.
Yeah. Big thanks to Byron, who some of you guys might know in Canada or whatever, who actually reps him now. He actually set that up all the way back then, so I've known him for quite a while.
Dude, show that again, dude. Like, don't go so quickly, man. That's
I'm like, I'm gonna get
Simon's already teasing your Spider-Man 39 piece, but
stop spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers, Simon. Dude, no, man, that's awesome, dude. I think Tom Grummett is a highly underrated artist. I have a few Grummett X-Men Forever pages. The book he did with Chris Claremont writing.
Yeah.
What's up, Kachung in the house? Kachung's from Down Under. Dave, but he lives in the States now. So, yeah.
All right. I did bring when I started commissions. I actually sort of made the decision to pick a character that was more like what the artist was known for. Until I decided to just I'm just going to go straight to all Spidey stuff. So I did bring a little bit of something different. But yeah, once we get past the first couple, then it's everything I'm in.
Sorry about the incorrect Australian accent. impersonation. I'm never. I would never be good at that. So
I get it all the time. It's all right.
Sorry for any stereotypes or anything that I said.
Hang on. Trying to limit to showing one at a time.
Yeah.
So that's, you can see that Hulk. Obviously, I can't afford one brother, so I went the other brother.
Sal Buscema, right?
That's from
Sal Buscema?
Yeah, Sal Buscema. So yeah, he's I don't know. I stumbled across his rep somehow, and I went, oh yeah. And silly me should have totally forgot that he did a lot of Web of Spider-Man and things like that. And I'm like, oh yeah, get a Hulk because I know he does a lot of Hulk.
His Web of Spider-Man pages are starting to increase in value because a lot of them came out during like the Black Suit era, and all those Black Suit pages are hard. They're getting harder and harder. What's up, Perry Comics in the house?
So well, obviously it's, you live and learn, and like obviously if I ever had a chance again, I'd get something Spider-Man, but I'm still very happy with it. And
that's awesome piece, dude. I
don't sell pieces or anything like that. Like I keep everything. So
awesome.
Speaking of Unruly Simeon, the next one is actually more for him. This is about one of the only pages I actually own.
Okay.
It's a Fantastic Four page.
Oh wow.
From what have we got? 394, I think. 374. Sorry.
374.
Page 28. And the main reason I bought that is because the early days I really like Ghost Rider as well.
Dude, that's a great Torch and Ghost Rider page.
Yeah. And that was done by Paul Ryan. Rest in peace. He's such an he actually came out to Australia. I got a Human Torch commission from him. But I wasn't actually, I had a mate, the same mate actually got me into this, actually picked it up for me because I didn't get a chance to meet him. I was working or I was sick or something like that.
Right.
And I'd spoken to him online for years, and is such one of the nicest guys I'd ever spoken to. And unfortunately, I never got a chance to really meet him. So,
right.
But so that one's for Unruly.
He says he's jealous. So
I didn't realize that the word bubbles are all actually stuck on.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
The digital lettering kind of only started happening in like the 2000s and onwards. Yeah. Like a lot of the 90s pages will have actual lettering on the page, which is really nice. That's why I love 90s OA. And not only because that was my era when I was growing up, but just because you actually get the full context, on the page.
Yeah, that's right.
I've started talking to a guy about possibly doing a lettering overlay on some of my modern pages, like modern covers or even modern panel pages, just to put the text as an overlay so I can so the context of the art is in full, right? You know what I mean? And like the trade dress on the cover and stuff. Yeah. We got some more guests in here, some really cool people. We got Tony NY Jr., we had Pat Wall, we had Bear Island Comics, we had Perry Comics, we had the Jackson Roy Kirk in here. We had Kachung. So he's backing up your true Aussiness right there, or maybe he's proving that he's one. I don't really know which one's happening, but I believe both of you guys because I have the worst fake accents in the world. So I just got my own voice. That's what I got. But I haven't seen that show, Bake. I know that's like a Netflix show. I haven't seen it though. What's up, Ruben Guzman in the house? Thanks everybody for being here. Mad Spidey has shown some fire stuff, a Tom Grummett Spider-Man commission, a Sal Buscema Hulk commission, and a Tom Ryan Fantastic Four published page. Awesome start. Let's see some more.
Yeah, this has been my last non-Spidey piece, actually one of my early favorite pieces, my first ever painted piece, like watercolors.
Oh, wow.
Well, not that one. That one.
Okay. Ghost Rider?
Yeah. That's
So with StreamYard, you'll learn that it's whatever direction you feel like going, go the opposite direction. Yeah. It's weird. It's very weird.
But that's by Javier Saltares, who did like the second volume with Tex in the 90s. So yeah, it was actually supposed to be just pencil and ink, but then it ended up, because it went a bit too long. Actually, it ended up becoming a painted piece.
Wow.
So yeah, still one of my favorite pieces. So, and he was so good through the whole process. So,
dude, that's nice.
All right, into the Spidey stuff.
All right, there we go. Yeah, you're getting a lot of compliments on that Ghost Fighter, though. Very nice.
I don't know whether any of you guys have ever heard of an artist called Connie Valentina.
Off the top of my head, no, but there's a lot of artists that I don't know. You know, there's so many. But.
She's actually a fellow Aussie. She lives in South Australia.
Okay.
She's mainly known for, I think it's Cave Woman covers.
Okay.
Which I think is done by Bud Root.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Bud Root stuff. Yeah.
Root. So like another thing, like, you know, obviously through conventions, through, you know, internet and all that sort of stuff, became really good friends. But yeah, she's done a few pieces for me, so I brought one of those along. This is Spider-Gwen.
Yeah, I caught a little sneak peek of that before, man. That's beautiful.
Yeah, and that's actually she actually put in one of her cats that passed away.
I was gonna say, well, is that a biographical cat? You know.
Yeah. So yeah, she actually put that in there, and then she does gorgeous work.
Bear's asking if Connie Valentina lost art in a fire. That's
same one. She, no word of a lie, she'd probably have, or should I say, she would have had probably close to $1 million. Sorry, somebody's phone's going off.
No worries. It's just a copy. It'll be just it'll just be a little copyright claim that I have to take care of. I'm just kidding.
Probably about $1 million at least worth of original art.
Wow.
From, you know, anybody from like Art Adams to, you know, like massive canvas pieces that, yeah, she had a lot of cool stuff. And she's known, like, she's really good friends with Brian Stelfreeze, Art Adams, Joyce Chin, like, she's really good friends with them. And unfortunately, she was out having lunch, had a house fire, and lost 80 to 90% of it.
That is like my worst nightmare ever, dude.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. And she was able to salvage some stuff, but not all of it.
Wow.
And actually, what's her name? Tatiana Dykes, I think, from TD Art.
Yeah, TD Art. She's an art. Yeah.
Yeah, she actually got a lot of artists to donate art. She did a fundraiser for her and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, it just shows how much the community can pull together. For sure.
All right, man, keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah.
I really probably should have put these in, like, you know, so they're not back.
You're fine. We've had other people use their portfolios too before.
Yeah. All right. Which one will we go? We'll go my
dealer's choice.
Adopted Aussie, we'll call him. Brad Walker. He actually did that for me. Didn't finish it in the con, and then ended up having to send it out to me, and went a little bit above and beyond. Like that could easily be a cover. Yeah.
Man, that's nice.
Just the detail and things like that in the face and things like that is just gorgeous.
That's great.
So, yeah, no, really. Another one. I've got too many favorite pieces, unfortunately.
Don't we all, man? Yeah, I don't know. I've never done that. Like I was thinking about possibly. Well, what other ideas around my artwork could I do a show on? Like, you know, but I can't rank my pieces. It's really hard.
Yeah, too hard. That's what I said to you backstage. Like, I could have easily brought 50, 60 pieces.
Yeah, when I told the group that you're narrowing down to 25, 30 out of 300, there was a little bit of some freakouts going on.
Yeah, we'll go to the next one. We'll leave that.
Yeah, you teased that next one already, so go for it.
So that's one that's Craven, obviously done by Mike Crome. Another. Well, technically, he's a fellow Aussie. He was born and raised here, but he moved. He did a lot of. Lived in UK for a long time.
Work, man.
States for a little time.
Yeah.
But just once again, just the amount of detail and things like that. And that's the first ever piece I got from him. and he whipped that up in like one night. And I'm like, that's just phenomenal.
All pencil, right? Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah. Damn.
So,
what's going on, Warlord? Good to see you. Delphia, what's going on?
Yeah. Do you want me to keep going, or do you want to?
Keep going, and while you show your next two, I'll pull one or two things out to show.
All right, beautiful. All right, we'll go this way.
Ooh, what's that?
Yeah, so that's a bit of a story to that. Yeah, sorry, the missus is looking around the corner and trying to say, which one are you doing? I'm doing the one that she did. This is actually from Barry Kitson.
Okay.
This was actually a few years in the making. He unfortunately got busy. He was doing a lot of cons, like a lot of artists do. They put, commissions go on the back burner for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And he pretty much, well, put it this way, like the missus actually went over to the UK for a holiday with her mum.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up getting in touch with Barry, and she actually went to his house to pick it up.
Wow.
Yeah, so and he lives like what we would call the sticks, like way out.
Out in the country?
Yeah, right out in the country, sticks in the boonies, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And, she spent the day with her mum at his house. She spent the day with Barry in his studio, just watching him finish up stuff. And mum stayed with his wife or whatever like that, and ended up coming back to here in Australia in one piece.
Awesome, man.
So really cool story actually.
Show that again. I really like that.
Yeah, I'm trying not to tease too much of the other pages.
I like the multi-character and like the vertical sort of the vertical layout, I guess, of it. It reminds me of one of those vertical panels that McFarlane and Larson did in ASM. A slightly different art style, obviously, but like that vertical style panel where the action is like popping off the page. I dig it, dude. That's sick.
Yeah. So like it was, as I said, it was supposed to be just Spider-Man, and that was it. And because of obviously the weight and the organising, the missus getting over there and that he just went full on. Like he actually finished it in front of her, and I'm like, I'm so jealous I didn't get to see him do that.
Oh, Bear, I'm sorry. He's like, maybe Mitch Gerrards will finish his commission if he volunteers to go pick it up at his house. Yeah, send a threatening lady to go pick it up. Yeah, why don't you do that?
Yeah. Like I did.
All right, show one more, and then I'll show something.
All right. This is done by, I think he's Malaysian or Singapore, Alan Kwa.
Okay.
Q-U-A-H.
Yeah.
Quite popular now.
Yeah, he is. Damn.
Once again, I
think I've seen this on your Instagram, and I remember sort of like flipping out when I saw it. That
was supposed to be Spider-Man with a background, and he actually asked me. He said, "Oh, look, I've got an idea. Can I do like Venom in the background instead?" And I said, "Mate, do whatever you like. I don't care. Just do it."
Wow.
And,
that is just, dude. Can you zoom in a little bit so we can? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so just the detail.
I think Tony NY Jr., who's a major Venom guy from a art collecting standpoint, would probably really, really freak out getting a piece like that. It's just sick, dude. That's sick. Yeah. Wow. All right. Well, I feel like a little bit inadequate showing whatever I'm going to show next because that's sick. Right? Yeah. What's up, Tacky616 in the house? We got JoJo here, Flips and Comics. Good to see you, JoJo. Yeah, right. The detail work on that is very intense. It reminds me a little bit of like Bermejo level detail. It's
a lot more affordable.
Yeah, right. Exactly. We went at a not Bermejo level price. I'm imagining. So yeah, right. Chad. Barbarian's a big Spidey guy also, and symbiote guy. So that was nice. All right. Well, this isn't even close to that, but I think, and I've shown this before, but this is the same piece 2 times. One, the original pencils, and I'm doing the whole portfolio thing because my friend here is doing that. So I'll do that too. Can you guys see it? Because I can't see anything.
bit of glare, but it's not too bad.
Glare, yeah, okay. But
that's awesome.
on the left, if you will, is the original pencil. This Javier Avila, and then on the right is the inked over blue line of the pencil of the same piece. And then I have in one of my other portfolios a fully colored, like published print version, I guess, you know, which he signed. But this is the OA or whatever of the piece.
So that'll look awesome framed, like all 3 next to each other.
That was the original. Yeah, that was the original sort of intention on my part. Sorry, I gotta put this down so I can see. That was kind of the original concept, you know. But then I started framing way too many things and started running out of wall space. And then I started deframing things and putting things back into portfolios. And I've had several sort of back and forths from, you know, portfolios to frames to things like that. So I've been leaning more towards portfolios these days versus the framing. And when you're talking about 3 pieces, you need 3 pieces worth of wall real estate.
Yeah.
To get that in a frame, it would be a huge frame, you know. So, so yeah, that's so I'm gonna keep this going back to you, and I might find something else to show later, but I want to see more of your collection.
This one might be a bit hard to see because it's pencil.
Okay. We saw the other pencil piece pretty nicely. Yeah, we can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's Philip Tan.
Oh damn.
I asked him for inked, but he was doing deadlines at the show when he came here. So to actually like smash that out overnight with the amount of detail that it's got is just fantastic. I'm not a massive fan of pencils. Like I am becoming more a fan of pencils, but that's just amazing. So yeah, Spidey Noir, Philip Tan.
Super cool.
So one of my Grail pieces on the other side.
Oh. Lizard? Yeah.
Art Adams.
Damn. Yeah, he's on my list of I don't have an example, you know, and I want one really badly, but
yeah. And once again it was because he always just does headshots.
Yeah.
At show. So it's very, very hard to get anything more than that. And he still only works on, because I love like A3 11 by 17. I prefer that sort of size. Whereas
so do I. Yeah.
Yeah, he only works on pretty much 9 by 12.
That is unreal, dude.
But yeah, that actually took 4 conventions and 2 years to actually get.
Wow.
Because it was set up in, I think, 2016. He did, because we have back-to-back shows in 2 different cities. So that was in Sydney, 2016. Okay. He didn't get to it, and he goes, I'll get it finished during the week, because they have them back-to-back weekends. So then they were in Perth.
Sydney and Melbourne back-to-back weekends.
Yeah, so he goes, I'll get it done in between.
How far away is it? Like, I have no context, but how far away are those cities, like, proximity-wise?
From Sydney to Perth is probably about 5-hour flight.
Okay, 5-hour flight.
Yeah.
So it's like going from LA to NYC, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, that's about a 5-hour flight. And I do that. I have done that flight quite often in my life.
Yeah. So obviously, he didn't get it. And then I was told he wasn't getting it done. He'll take it home, which he barely ever does. It's very rare for him to actually take it, because Joyce pretty much keeps a tight leash on him.
Joyce Chen.
Yeah. She's one
of my favorite convention moments that I've ever done is like I think I went to go watch Art and Joyce do like a sketch off battle or something. I think I don't remember off the top of my head which con it was. It may have been Boston Comic Con, but I got to see them sort of do a sketch battle where they would basically take suggestions or whatever from
we do that too.
Yeah,
But
from who they were sick.
silly.
It was sick, and then they gave away all the OA. Also, I didn't win any of it, but yeah.
I still have not won one. I've been to so many sketch offs and still not won one piece.
Yeah, I've never won a piece at a sketch off either. I haven't been to a ton. You've probably been to way more than me, but I've never.
Yeah, they have one pretty much every show. Obviously, because we're limited by shows, so they have one every show. But they've actually started getting really silly. Whereas, like, people will go, "Oh, I want Spider-Man ironing his uniform, in the rain or something."
Yeah.
It gets, and so then you don't want it anymore.
Right. Yeah. I've done maybe, I don't know, 15 sketch covers, like where I've actually wanted a certain concept, and I tend to just give them the character. You know, I tend to just say, this is the character I want. Like most of the time, you don't even get any questions beyond that. Like occasionally, an artist will say any other, guidance you want, besides the character. But like that almost has never happened. Almost, I think 99% of the time, it's here's the character, do your thing.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same. Like I find I get better results.
Right.
If you actually just give them free reign. If you just say, look, I even go like I'm doing now.
Right, give them a little bit of breathing room. Right.
Yeah, I even say to the artist now, anything from the Spider-Verse, doesn't matter character, whether it's hero, villain, mainstream, one appearance, whatever, pick whatever you like as long as it's from the Spider-Verse. And I actually get really good results from that.
Nice.
So,
all right, well let's see some more, man. Keep it up.
All right.
How many? I know you pulled about 25 pieces, just so I know from a time standpoint, how many you got left, so I can.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Keep pace.
We'll go. Well, this way. So that's Nick Bradshaw.
Nick.
So good old Cosmic Spidey, something a little bit more offbeat, but absolutely knocked that out of the park.
Nice, dude.
So people might call him a bit of an Art Adams ripoff, but I reckon he killed that in his own style there.
No, that's really, really cool.
So
is it colored pencil?
I think it might be Copics actually.
Copic markers.
Yeah, it's been done in markers.
Okay, very good.
So, but no, that was awesome. This is probably another one of my favorite pieces. This took a long time to get as well. Have you ever heard of a Brazilian artist, Jack Herbert?
Wow, that is highly detailed and amazing. Look at that black cat. Oh my god.
So
look at the New York skyline stuff behind for the cityscape. Wow.
So yeah, he went once again, patience, paid off. Just an email every now and again. How's it going? What's happening? Oh, I'm getting to it. And then patience paid off and you get something like that.
That is unreal.
So yeah, just went absolutely so that's like pencils, inks, and I think a little bit of markers in there as well.
It looks like there's just a touch of color, like just enough to make it pop,
just with black cat itself.
Black cat. Yeah.
Yeah, so a little bit of color, but everything else
beautiful, man.
But still,
say the name. Say the name of the artist one more time, since this is
Jack Herbert.
Jack Herbert. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes he goes under Jackson Herbert.
Jackson Herbert.
Yeah. Wow. I'm just trying to think. I think he did a lot of Kingdom Come type stuff. I'm not a big DC guy, so I don't. Yeah.
I don't think you made that clear enough with your handle me.
Not quite. So respect, but I'm not going to buy anything from it. So all right.
Yeah, keep going, man.
David Finch.
Oh, very, very cool.
Another one where we had too many guys requesting from him when he was here, and he never did. He never got to do any inked pieces, even though I really wanted an inked piece. But still, I'm just happy I finally got the David Finch, because he's been out here twice. the first time he actually came out, I was told that he's not sketching at all. I find out about 2-3 years later, he did a heap.
Wow.
I was not a happy man. So when he came back out, I said, "Oh, can you do Spider-Man? Add a little bit of background." And yeah,
Finch is a boss, dude. I mean, I think I have a Wonder Woman page of his. Like, that's probably my favorite run that he drew. But I would love to get more Finch art in general. Like his X-Men stuff is like super pricey for some reason. Well, I guess just because it's great art, and X-Men has a bigger market than Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I'd actually love a Moon Knight page, because the Moon Knight just looked awesome.
Yeah.
The small run that he did, it was just wicked. But yeah, once again, David Finch stuff is not cheap either. So
no, it is not. What's going on? Bill Comic Mac Musings is in the house. Says hello, gang. We got Simple Simon throwing some teasers out.
Oh,
The next one is his favorite. I wonder what that could be.
I wasn't going to show it, and I thought, okay, yeah, I will.
All right, so before we get to that, I'm going to interject and show one more thing, and we'll just wrap it up with everything else you want to show, and then we'll probably be at a clean hour here, I think, hopefully. So this is the only. I'm trying to think. This is the only splash page that I have that's in the ASM title, I guess, if you will. ASM. I have a Peter Parker Spectacular, or maybe I think it's just called Spider-Man. In the 90s, it was like continuing the McFarlane run. I don't have any McFarlane Spider-Man, even though Tony NY Jr. in the chat will tell you otherwise that I own the ASM 299 cover. That is a total lie. Anyway, but Ryan Otley is one of my favorite guys. I mean, he's my, because I love Invincible, so that's that was my first exposure to him. So when I actually first heard he was going to take over, and now he's leaving the title, but when I first heard that he was jumping on the Spider-Man title, I got super excited, and I knew that was probably going to be something I was going to be targeting at some point, and luckily was able to get this one before it disappeared. And that's this splash page right here. Let me hold on. So this is So this is I believe this is from issue 13, and this is the page 1 splash from the Ryan Otley run on Spider-Man, and of course you got him. And I wanted, so my real goal was to get something with Spidey and J. Jonah on it, and this was just perfect. So it fit that Spidey J. Jonah thing and the Ryan Otley goodness here. So there you go.
Yeah, I'd love to have an Otley Spidey, but yeah, it's very, very hard because as soon as his page failed, they go in a second. Oh
yeah, that's a whole other conversation. But yeah, we talked about stuff like that briefly here and there on the show, where you have certain art reps or art dealers that do their that do art drops, and basically you have to have the fastest internet connection and the fastest mouse clicky whatever. You just have to be lightning quick on the trigger finger, and most of the time I miss out on those kind of things. But
that's why I've never even tried.
Tony NY is like threatening me. He's like, I know where you live. I'll find that ASM cover. Brother. Thanks, guys. All right. Well, dude, we're at the 45-minute mark. I think from here on out, it's going to be a mad Spidey lightning round to the end. Take your time, though. Don't feel rushed.
That's all good.
All right.
So the next piece is obviously the one that Simple Simon's body spoiling. It was done by another fellow Aussie artist, David Yarden, who actually did my first ever con sketch, which was a Wolverine, and I've actually become really good friends with him over time and things like that, obviously, because he does most of the Aussie shows and things like that. So, you get to know him, hang out outside of hours and things like that, and become, really top mates with him and stuff like that. He was having a little bit of sort of, I'll say, personal stuff happening. He needed a little bit of, cash or whichever like that. And I said to him, I go, mate, I was going to buy a commission from you anyway. I said, look, just take the cash, get it to me whenever.
Yeah.
I know, like he's only a state away, only an hour flight. It's not exactly far. And lo and behold, the following year, so we're talking, this was organised November, 1 year, and then our first Melbourne show was in April, I think.
Okay.
And he pulls this out, and everybody thought it was a print. Everybody didn't think it was real. But
wow, I already think it looks like a print. But damn, that's sick.
That is all full Copic markers. So it's basically just a pencil outline, and then everything else is Copic markers.
Yeah, let's get a little close up of that crotch. Look at that. Wow. That is
I don't like saying it because there's a funny one of my fellow collectors said, "Oh, look, it looks like Tom Selleck."
That is a well-endowed Tom Selleck right there.
Yeah. and the missus is like, "Oh, show Tom Selleck, show Tom Selleck." I'm like, "Oh,
dude, wait, keep it up. Go, show it again."
Give up on the Tom Selleck. Yeah, so a bit more.
Yeah. He's packing. Yeah, exactly, Lasso.
And even like the dead carcass in front of him as well.
Wow.
So, yeah, just above and beyond, and that's, and as I said, sometimes patience and just taking a leap of faith can pay off.
Hey, George, I'm totally sober. I'm sober as, what's the word? Sober as a priest? I don't even know what the word is. That's probably even a worse joke that I just made.
I might actually pull out the bigger folder until I go to the next.
Sober as a judge, maybe? I don't know.
Well, I'm losing.
Oh, no accidents.
Nope. The art's okay. It's all good.
Art's okay. Art's safe. Okay, good.
All right. So let me get to the page I want.
Yeah, no worries. Take your time, man.
All right. I know you say you're not a big recreation sort of guy.
I'm not, but the only one I have is Spider-Man related. I thought about showing it. I don't know if you've seen it. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Recreation. Okay, cool.
Yeah, the Rhino.
Yeah, and frankly, the ones that I would want to get more than likely are Spider-Man related. Like any ones that I would get moving forward, I probably would want to get Spider-Man related ones. What's up, Kenny? Comic Head 84 says Sick Craven. We got Jeffrey Comic Con Henson. Yeah, right. So that depends on your definition of the word. So good to see you, brother. Hope the rest of the 2-year anniversary show on Coast to Coast went well. I think literally Comic Head 84's presence made Mad Spidey drop something. Like it's same exact time that you arrived in the chat, the most notorious dropper of collectibles in our community. This guy right here, Comic Head 84, just totally spread that on. Crazy coincidence. But anyway, let's see this recreation because we've teased it.
Yeah, so this was, and once again, like, you sort of become friends with some artists or, things like that. And we've had Paolo Sequeira come out here.
Brazilian. Oh, dude, I love his art, dude. Yeah.
And he actually just messaged me out of the blue on Facebook just saying, I've done a recreation of, I can't remember what issue it is, but it's from the Spider-Man run in the 90s. Okay. Todd McFarlane run. The storyline was Torment.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And he did a recreation of the
Spider-Man solo type.
First page splash.
Damn.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So that's quite huge.
Yeah, that's like I mean, I don't know when the last time that specific McFarlane page hit the market, but if it did, it would be like a near 6-figure piece now. It would be like 80 to 100K maybe, and that's just a guess, but
that's the thing. The mate who got me into this collection, he was the first one to comment when I posted it, and he's like, "Where did you get 50 grand from?" Like, no, dude, it's not McFarlane.
So Paolo Sequeira, I butchered that name, but He did that recreation. That's sick, man. Because he does a lot of modern covers and stuff these days.
Yeah, that's right. He's done a lot of Spidey stuff as well.
Has he done? He's done Star Wars. He's done Star Wars stuff too. I think, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think I was looking at this.
Yeah, he just messaged me out of the blue, just saying, "I know you're a Spidey guy. Do you want this?" And I'm like, "Well, I can't say no. I'll find the money. I don't care."
Yeah, I mean, for a recreation, that's pretty damn badass. And it's a really cool interior page to choose to do a recreation. You know,
the funny thing is he's done the old comic trick. Like, it's a bit hard to sort of do it with something this size, but all the crowd that's underneath there, he's put all like odd comic book characters in it.
Okay.
So I think there's like might be Garfield, and there might be like Popeye, and you know, like Archie, like all this weird sort of characters just in tiny little sort of form, just as a, you know, a bit of a joke sort of thing, because some old comic artists will actually do that,
right,
whether you notice or not.
Man, that's a nice recreation, dude.
So I'll actually yeah, I might as well go to the other side.
Sure.
It's a little bit oversized, so
Goblin. Yeah.
Frank Cho.
Oh my god, nice, dude.
That was actually when he did all the Hasbro line. He did, I think it was the art for, I think, the Hot Wheels cars.
Oh, wow.
When he actually came to Sydney, his rep just pulled out a whole heap of them, and we all just went nuts and pretty much bought the whole lot. So, but I only got my hands on one because that's all I could afford.
So that was like a toy design art.
Yeah, toy design art for Hasbro for Hot Wheels.
Dude, that's rad, dude.
So
I think that's cool. I think that's a really cool like market within the market, like the toy design art, because you got a lot of people going after published comic book stuff. But that's kind of like, it's like published in a different way. It's like it's not like traditionally published, but it's, you know, it led to the creation of a toy, like, you know what I mean? So that's pretty sweet. I like that. I like that corner of the market. Like, it's less defined, you know what I mean? Like, because there's probably a lot of like loose art out there that isn't attributed to a specific artist or whatever when it comes to toy design. But that's really, really cool, man. I like that.
It's something that you don't think of either.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and you know, a published Frank Cho is going to cost a lot. You know, so
well, and then good old Frank Cho, sort of, you know, he's like what he is. He's a bit wishy-washy with commissions.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll take a list for commissions that I might or might not do.
Right.
So I had my name on the list then, and then by the time the sort of crunch time had come, he's like, okay, I'm actually going to do some. And then by the time I bought this, and that was the same show that Arthur Adams was there and a few others and things like that, and I just like, I've got no money left.
Awesome, dude.
So I went, I'll just settle on that and just leave it at that, even though I wanted an actual commission from him, because some of them were just ridiculously good.
Right. All right, man.
So, let me see if I've got anything else.
Close it out.
Okay. You were talking about, now I'll probably butcher this name too, Isad Rabik.
Okay. Isad Rabik, I think is.
Yeah,
Isad.
that's it.
Wow, that's gorgeous.
So, yeah. And the funny thing is, like,
painted, right? It's painted.
Yeah, he's full like what I classify as his mad scientist sort of style.
Yeah. Where
he's just like, if you ever see him work, it looks like he's just mixing up potions and things like that. It's just so cool to watch. But he actually said, he goes, "Oh, who do you want?" I said, "Spider-Man." He goes, "Usually I charge double for Spider-Man. I don't know why." Yeah, I don't know what it is. And he goes, "Look, just for you, I won't charge you double." And I'm like, "Yeah, thanks."
Damn. All right.
So it's something to do with he prefers people with faces. Like he would prefer to draw. Like obviously he's well known for Thor.
Well, he might be considering the resale value or something to a potential commissioner on that, because Spider-Man art just tends to go for more. There's a bigger market. There's more collectors, you know.
He said to me, he goes, "You know, I charge what I'm charging you now. I would charge double that at New York Comic Con."
Right. Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'm not arguing. Just yeah.
But dude, I mean, that's sick. You know, like
Yeah.
that. I agree with Barbarian here. Like that one's gotta get framed and breathe a little bit. That one's
that's the hardest thing with my setup is everything's in folders. I have no room for framed art at all.
dude. I'm more and more sort of headed in that direction just because it's hard to manage that constantly at the framing. It's just, and just too much wall space, frankly. It just takes up so much space. So.
Yeah. As I said, when I win the lotto, maybe. But that's about it.
Exactly.
There's probably a lesser known sort of artist. His name's Colton Worley. I think he's mainly worked for Dynamite, does covers for Dynamite.
Okay.
Yeah, so this one's very hard to show.
Wow, yeah, it's very shadowy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's actually done on like real. You can see the little strings up the top.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I see that. Yeah.
But it's actually done on like full thick canvas, like loose rolled up canvas.
Yeah. Wow.
So just the amount of detail is just, but yeah, it's very dark, very shadowy, but still very cool. So
people are volunteering their wall space for you to share it. Simon's building a heist team, to make that art. To export that art to the United States.
All right, this is a bit of a triple one. This is going to be hard too.
Okay.
There's an artist another Brazilian artist, Felipe Massafera.
Massafera. Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
He's well known for stringing commissioners along.
Okay.
Taking a long time to do things and stuff like that.
Right.
In this sort of case, once again, patience paid off. I won't tell you how long I waited because, we won't go there. One of those stories. This was actually
share it with the group later on in our private chat.
Yeah.
Add you.
This is my longest ever wait and probably my worst experience, but once again, luckily it all paid off. I originally asked for a 11x17 Spider-Man 2099. Ended up getting a 14x20.
Oh my god. Well, that was worth the wait. I'm sorry it was a difficult experience, but damn. Yeah.
But the story is not over yet.
Okay.
That's the actual piece that I commissioned.
Okay.
But he actually did that as well.
Whoa.
As a bonus.
Whoa.
And as the infomercials say,
he just threw that in? Damn.
He threw that in, and hang on, I've got to find it. And if you ever want an apology note from somebody, do it in a piece of art.
Oh yeah, this one I remember from your Instagram because it really stood out to me.
Simon, sorry for the long wait.
Yeah,
I'll just do another piece of art.
That's a hell of an apology. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
So I get another 14x20 full painted piece plus a 9x12 headshot painted with an apology. So
yeah. If man, well, we'll talk more about that one offline. I don't want to air dirty laundry here, but those are great pieces. Yeah.
Yeah. So all right, I'll go back to the small one, see if I can find where I was up to.
Okay.
Craven.
I mean, obviously, we've just scratched the surface of your collection here tonight. Maybe we'll get maybe we'll get you on a future party episode that we do where a bunch of collectors come on and stuff. But time if the time works out for you down the line, so you can share more. But what you've shown tonight has been fantastic. So thank you for sharing with us.
Mike Choi.
Wow.
That's all done in just graphite pencil.
Wow.
So, sort of, obviously it's a bit hard to see the sort of detail, but it was supposed to be just Venom, but then he's like, I'm just going to throw in a poor wounded Spidey.
Poor Spidey. Look at that.
Poor Spidey.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was an awesome piece. I know you've mentioned this guy before. I still want a painted piece from him, but I'll never be able to afford it. But I'll take a cover prelim instead.
Oh.
Del.
Oh, yeah.
So that was actually for Amazing Spider-Man #1. I think the re-release, when they redid the numbers.
I recognize it. Is it the annual? Is it from the annual, or is it from the?
I think it was just plain #1 because it actually had a picture that's in the background on the wall. There was actually ended up being Morbius.
Oh,
he actually changed it at the last second, sort of thing. So this is the original cover prelim, and then it was just changed for the proper cover.
So he did a painted cover, and that's his pencil prelim?
No, he did all the prelims in pencil, and then he did it digitally.
Oh, he did it digitally.
So I was actually like, because if it had been painted, there's no way I would have been able to.
Man, I mean, that makes me a little bit sad to hear that Delato is doing covers digitally. Like, I didn't really put that together in my head that he had done any digital covers. But
not many. It's not. It's actually not many. Most of his stuff is still done.
My Delato painted piece is like if I was forced, like put into a corner to choose a top 5, that might have to sneak into that top 5. It's not Spider-Man related. It's Darth Maul. It's not published either. But it's as far as my Star Wars stuff, like it's like probably at the top. It's like it's one of my favorite pieces. But
yeah, like I've been offered painted Del Otto pieces before. Like he's done a lot of the stuff. I don't know whether you guys may have seen him, like on the black paper, like black card.
The black paper stuff. I've seen a lot.
Yeah, like I've been offered quite a lot of those, but even those are still just so expensive.
Ridiculous. Yeah, ridiculous.
Yeah. So another one, a little bit of left field. Now I'm going to butcher the hell out of this name.
Okay.
He's actually moved to Australia, another Brazilian artist, but he actually moved to Melbourne. His name's Alejandro, I think it is, Baranawayo. I think I got that right.
Okay.
He's done a lot of another DC sort of guy.
Wow.
Ghost Spider.
Ghost Spider.
Ghost Spider, or Spirit Spider as he's called now. And I didn't know.
It's more like Cosmic Ghost Spider. It's like Spirit Spider. Is that really the character?
Spirit Spider, Ghost Spider. I prefer Ghost Spider, but
yeah, but technically they Gwen Stacy is called Ghost Spider now.
Yeah, that's right. And that's
so it's a little confusing, I guess, for that to be called Ghost Spider. But kind of looks like Cosmic Ghost Spider to me.
Yeah, still very, very sort of cool piece.
That's cool as hell.
So, whilst we go, another honorary Aussie. Obviously, he's American, but we've seen him that many times. Freddie Williams.
Noir. Wow, that's a really nice detailed piece.
Yeah, he actually sent that, like, because he's mainly a DC guy, IDW guy, things like that. Yeah. But he actually sent that piece, or showed it to one of the execs at Marvel, and says, "Oh, can I? Do you reckon that could be our cover?" And I never heard anything back, but
yeah. That's
Spider Rider. I like that one.
Yeah, Spider Rider, exactly right. That's good.
So, but yeah, that was these two were actually done. The only convention we had this year. We luckily just snuck one in at the start of March before COVID actually hit Australia.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Are we frozen? I think we might be frozen. I don't know if I'm frozen or it's just Mad Spidey. Looks like he's frozen. Well, we'll give him a second here to come back, and I want to give him a chance to wrap up showing the art he wants to show. If his connection makes it back here on time. If not, we'll have to, I guess, end the show. While we wait for him to possibly come back, I'll share with you guys some of what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm not frozen. I think it's heat. I think it's probably a connection issue on his end. But yeah, he got kicked out of the stream here. Right? That's a heck of a piece to be frozen on. Sorry about that, guys. Apologies. But hey, we got past the hour mark, so he can at least feel confident about that. This was all what you call overtime here, bonus time. if you're a soccer football kind of guy. Yeah, definitely some great stuff. Maybe all of Australia is frozen, but looks like Simple Simon's still in the chat. So what's going on, Simon? But while we wait to see if he makes it back or not, maybe he won't. But he's definitely going to be invited to any of the future, party episodes that we do with multiple collectors coming on, to be repeat guests or whatever. So along those lines, I wanted to share what I'm thinking as far as the next episode. So I don't have another one-on-one guest planned for the rest of 2020. We're approaching the holidays here, and I'm gonna probably go semi-dark for a bit, as just it's the time where everybody should sort of be spending time with family and relaxing a bit. So probably no one-on-one interviews from here on out. But that said, the anniversary of the show is on December 30th. So the anniversary of the first episode that was me and J Hood Creative. So J Hood Creative was the first guest on the show ever. And it was on December 30th when his show, the first episode of OA Hour ever happened. So this December 30th, I'm planning on doing a anniversary show. So what that is probably going to be is me, and again, an open invite to all previous guests, Mad Spidey on down, all the way back through time to J Hood Creative. I've lost track exactly how many guests that is. I think we're in the 24, 25 people have been on the show-ish range at this, to date. So December 30th is going to be the original Art Hour anniversary show. It's going to be an open invite to all previous guests, so anybody who wants to hop on, you're all welcome. And I'm probably going to talk a little bit about what I've learned doing the show, how maybe I see the show continuing, or not. You'll have to tune in to find out, I guess. And maybe also could be a cool way for me to sort of sum up my top art pickups of 2020 of the year, and maybe the friends who join me live for the anniversary show can show what they consider to be their top art pickups of 2020 as well. So it'll be a little bit of a variety show, but that is going to be sort of the next episode of Original Art Hour on December 30th. With the anniversary show. So yes, Mad Spidey probably does need a second episode, and he's more than welcome to hop on in 18 days on December 30th. I think that's a Wednesday. I haven't picked a time yet, but just be on the lookout on either my YouTube channel or the Comic Books NYC Instagram account for an announcement about that date. Yeah, right. Aussie internet rage is the culprit here. Yeah, thank you, Geeks. So Geeks has been on the show before, so hopefully he can hop on with us. What's going on, Count Von Strange the Fourth? And Lasso is saying he's having a hard time concentrating because he's staring at my Neil Adams Wonder Woman in the background. But anyway, sorry, the end of Mad Spidey's collection here got cut off, but he did show like 20 plus pieces, I want to say. And lasted a whole hour, which is the point of the show. So I'm going to leave things. Oh, well, here you Okay. Never mind. He's back. Never mind. I was literally just about to hit the all right, and we'll catch you later. But anyway, glad that your internet is back. How many pieces did you have left? Do you want to do a quick round? You want to quickly show whatever you had planned to show at the end? I'll
just show two more pages.
Yeah, go for it, man. Go for it.
Beautiful. All right. So this one's obviously a little bit more special. The missus actually organised, and as I said, became good friends with David Yarden. Now the missus is sort of doing sneaky stuff behind my back for my 40th.
Oh, man. That is beautiful, man.
And usually I'm the sneaky one, and yeah, she and he just went, look, you pay half of what I normally charge, and I'll do the piece, for the other half for his birthday, for his 40th.
Dude, I've got a real big sweet tooth for like anything birthday cake flavored. Like there's birthday cake flavored ice cream and like
especially something that flavored.
Dude, and I'm getting both hungry in a sweet tooth kind of way and jealous in a art collector kind of way.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but and Spidey, everything is tingling.
Right? Sneaky. Well done.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so I'll just show just a little. Like, I do have a couple other pieces in there, but yeah, that's all right. This is actually my most recent piece, which you would say on Instagram.
Awesome. Rhino, baby, love me. Okay, all right. Since you showed that, I got to show my recreation then. Sorry, I gotta do it. I got it.
So that's Tony NY's best mate, Ed McGuinness. So which I've been wanting.
Yeah, it's totally his style, instantly recognizable.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like a couple of mates of mine, like that in the same sort of art collecting community here in Australia, actually said that probably out of all of us, there's probably only one or two, including myself, that have actually got a good knack for picking the character to suit the artist.
Yeah.
And as soon as you see like Ed McGuinness' stuff, you go, okay, he does a lot of Hulk, Red Hulk.
Yeah, you think big upper body.
Yes. Yeah, like any sort of big character, like his Spider-Man looks really wimpy.
Yeah.
It's skinny, so I'm like, nah. I go, like, I thought Venom maybe, and then I'm like, I haven't got many rhinos. Yeah, right. I'll grab a rhino.
Hell yeah, dude. I love Rhino. I mean, it's another, that's another really hard question to answer if you're a big Spider-Man guy or a big Spider-Man fan. Like, who's your favorite rogues? And like answering that question is so hard. But I put Rhino in that like top 3, top 5 for me. But the positions change all the time in my head. Like it's hard for me to just pick only one Spider-Man villain. But yeah, you guys have seen this before. But because he showed that as his last piece, I had to pull it out of the portfolio here. So, and this is a piece that I had framed at some point and on the wall, and it's probably deserving of that. But just start running out of space and stuff and want to have easier access to the art when I'm doing shows like this. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot less preparation for me to just pull out have a portfolio nearby versus taking frames off the wall or literally having to unframe things. So, but anyway, this is my one and only cover recreation from ASM, Amazing Spider-Man 41, first appearance of the Rhino, done by the inker Mike Esposito. Rest in peace, good sir. So,
I love that.
Yeah, this is a keeper.
Yeah, I'm not big on recreations. Like I have a couple, but. Yeah, and that's mainly been, obviously, the Paolo piece was purely just, it was huge. It was awesome. Another one was the artist's choice. He goes, can I do a recreation of, I think, Amazing 101, first appearance of Morbius?
Yeah.
And I went, yeah, go for your life. And he smashed it out of the park. That was Tony Rodriguez. Yeah, so, like, if they want to do it, I'm pretty easy with, letting just have full reign.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but no,
I'll have to offline with you about it because I don't want anybody else, getting whatever. I don't want anyone else swooping in. But we'll talk a little bit after backstage after we wrap up here about an idea that popped in my head or whatever. But dude, great show. It was almost like this was almost like a comic book. Like you climbed over the hill, but then you got knocked down a little bit. With the internet, and then you came back and made your hero's return right here, right at the end here. So great show. Thank you again for hanging out and sharing your collection. If you haven't got gotten a chance to follow Mad Spidey on Instagram, the link to his Instagram is in the description below. It is just at Mad Spidey. Right? What's up, Daniel Arzola? Yeah, catch the replay, brother. But yeah, great time hanging out with you, man. Welcome to the OA Hour Club. If you missed it while you were figuring out your internet issues, the next show is going to be on December 30th. It's going to be the anniversary show. That is the date of when the first ever episode of the show happened with J Hood Creative. So we're going to hold a little anniversary party on December 30th. So you're more than welcome to come hang out if you want with other collectors who have been on the show on December 30th. We'll talk about it in our chat and figure out the details. But man, great having you on, dude. Anything else you want to plug or mention before we hop on out of here?
No, I'm after that malfunction, I'm all done now.
There you go. Simple Simon's got you backed up here. That is the handle. Go follow him. Go check him out. And sub up to Simple Simon while you're at it also on YouTube. Great guy, great channel. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out, for watching. Stick around for the outro clip. Mad Spidey, stick around backstage. Don't disappear on me right away. And we'll catch you guys next time. Have a good evening. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
Where do I begin? I see the hate, they don't want to see me win. Bank deposits, I got more coming in. Top down, throw the money in the wind. I don't want it all. Heard this game, I had to switch up the accounts. Moving paper, gotta call it my account. It's all in, I can have it coming out. Been through the struggle, I can see another drought. Yeah, it's not a purse, it's a merch. 6 figures was a goal, now it's 9 or a hearse. Put it work. Used to pull up, not swerve. No time for the snakes, time to put them in the dirt. That's word. I gotta get it, it's in my DNA. You only see the highlights, don't know what it takes. Last year stressing, got no sleep. Now I'm right between the courts, I don't nosebleed. I see the hate, they don't wanna see me win. Bank deposits, I got more coming in. Top down, throw the money in.